location,
Yeah.
and it sends a text message to me.
Of course.
And I couldn't log into my website because T-Mobile wasn't sending text.
I always get the opposite, where I would get me and Matthew Bennett talk pretty regularly about camera stuff, and I received a total of 13 yes.
Perfect.
You can see them there. There's more of them there, and there's more of them there.
All right, Zach, I'm going to drop this in the group chat, and you can do with it what you will. And then I'm going to throw it up on the cam page, and then in shenanigans, and we'll be going. There it is. No, I dropped that in the wrong. I hate Facebook desktop. Just give me the chat I actually want, not the one that is just there. God fucking damn it. There it is. Also, I really need to leave some of these random ass group chats people have just put me in. Because there are some that I have been in that I haven't responded to anything in like months. Oh. Eat. Thanks, YouTube. There. God. Leave page, refresh, for the love of God. Why is this thing wanting to just be terrible right now? Or, here, God in heaven. There's that, and then one more, and then we'll get this thing going.
Okay, I have engaged the youth.
Good. Okay, and there. All right. Uploading. Come on. Just work. Perfect. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 269 of the CAMcast. Yes, the podcast that is going to show you all sorts of weird product placement in the next hour and a half. Not really, but don't worry, you'll see it in a minute. Anyway, I am Mike, dear leader, Doc Taste, leader of men, herder of cats, and I am joined, as always, by the one, the only, the good Colonel Eddie Dean himself, the chairman of the boards, Zach Lords.
Hi.
There he goes.
That's
Look at him.
Me.
Look at him go, folks. And joining us from a secret basement bunker location known only to people with several commas in their bank account, it is the one, the only, the shadowy billionaire himself, Trent from Sandy, Trent Bray.
Ahoy hoy, and I don't think anyone knows about it.
All right, then. Here we go. Follow us at our cheeky shenanigans on all of the social medias now, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Those are the ones I really want to talk about because Zach's in charge of the youth movements, and those are not working out. In fact, if anything, Zach is doing everything to skew himself older by shooting film. So,
hey,
boy. It's true.
It's true, but you're doing good. I like what you're putting out there, bud.
I'm working on it.
Yeah, man.
A lot of progress.
Yeah, it's looking good, Anyway, we are at CamAutomag on all of the social medias. This podcast is available wherever you get your podcast every Wednesday on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Spotify. Like, rate, review, subscribe. And again, if there's some dude selling bootlegs of this out of the back of some 80s Oldsmobile,
I want a copy.
Yeah, get us a copy and also give him $5 because he needs something. Maybe call a social worker. There's a lot going on in that guy's life. Support us on Patreon. Patreon.com/CamAutomag is where you go to keep this train a-rolling with your fun, delightful, and totally helpful donations. It's how we pay for, well, Zoom, because I have to pay for Zoom now, and also podcast hosting, and when people are here, the food I make for them and all that stuff. So, patreon.com/CamAutomag. Any dollar amount is appreciated. Seriously, even if it's just $1 a month, we really appreciate it. Every little bit helps. But the best bang for your buck is $5. That gets you into the Super Secret Shenanigans Facebook group. That gets you bonus content, gets you the podcast a day early, and then occasionally I will just send you stuff. So, as we mentioned last time, we've got the 10-year Cam anniversary sticker. So those will be going out to patrons as soon as I put some names on some envelopes and throw them in there. So
how about I come and get one of those from you, and you can have your Tupperware back?
Deal.
Excellent.
I'll be home all day the next couple days. So
tomorrow it is.
All right. So there we go. Patreon.com/CamAutomag. By the way, hello chat. What's up?
Everything's broken for me right now. Like Facebook won't load, YouTube won't load. When I sent the text to the youth, I'm getting it's sending 30 times, which is probably a good advertising.
Yeah, there you go. Just spam your friends. Whatever. Anyway, speaking of spamming your friends, another thing you should just blindly send to your friends is the link to the Cam Auto Swag shop, the place to get your official Cam Auto merch. See Trent wearing the long sleeve tee. See me wearing the gray new logo hat, the Fly Cam Am shirt.
Wait,
and then
there's more?
Hold on.
There's more.
The flip flops are in.
What?
I am wearing them, and also the shorts.
Damn you, thick bro. That's some hot boy swag right there. Hell yeah.
I'm thick with all of the C's, and if you're thick with all of the C's, you're in luck, because we accommodate the cozy boys and gals out there.
The good news is shipping estimates are getting better as things are opening up. Yeah. So it won't always be coming from Latvia.
Yeah. Thankfully, the backpacks aren't coming from Neptune anymore. So,
do you have one of the handbags yet?
Not yet. It's still on its way from Latvia. The last I heard was a couple weeks ago. It left Latvia. It left Riga. So
it's like in the slow boat from Riga.
Seriously, the tracking is hilarious. It says left Riga, like the flip flops. They left Riga. Nothing. Delivered. So
they prefer the USPS method.
Oh man, at least USPS lets you know when it gets somewhere. This is just like Latvian Post. As soon as it leaves Latvia, fuck it. It's your problem now, pal. Anyway.
It's in the back of a DHL bus somewhere in the middle of Argentina at this point.
Just bouncing around Turkey. Anyway, support
our backpacking around,
Exactly. It's just out there finding itself. It took a semester off. It's seeing what the world's all about.
It's taking a skip year.
Yep. It can do that. It's earned it. It's really earned it. Anyway, support our sponsor, Steady Broke Clothing, steady.broke on all the social medias, steadybroke.com. They've got a bunch of awesome stuff. For the longest time, my Monday shirt was the Depresso tee, which probably going to start bringing back into the Monday rotation, because man, Mondays are getting rough right up until this time when we do this podcast for you beautiful people out there. Anyway, put a bunch of their awesome affordable stuff in your cart and use coupon code CAMAUTO15 at checkout. Save 15% on your entire order and let them know that we sent you. Just because you're broke doesn't mean you can't live your dreams. Steady broke. And then everybody out there, yeah, Chris, I'm aware that I put the typo in the shenanigans group. It's okay. I don't care. Anyway, tomorrow is Tuesday, and since you're all watching this, hey, you can watch us play Rocket League on twitch.tv/CamAutoMike. It's a thing that we do. Play a different game each Tuesday, usually something car-related. Kind of keep the home fires burning until things get, more back to regular. So, yeah, tomorrow we're going to be playing Rocket League. Head to twitch.tv/CamAutoMike, starting at 7 p.m. Mountain, daylight time, 6 p.m. the other mountain time, because apparently Arizona refuses to accept daylight savings time. So that's been fun. And then, yeah, you can figure it out from there, folks. Whatever time works for
Google.
you.
You have Google. Just do it.
Exactly.
It's not our responsibility at this point.
We're in Salt Lake, so just Google Salt Lake time and do the math.
Yeah.
Like, it's not going to be crazy.
There's apps for that shit.
Exactly. So, all right, folks. What have you guys been up to lately? It feels like it's been forever.
Yeah,
it has been.
Yeah. I've had some very rough days. But it all turned around for me. All of my rough times have turned around for me seeing a Kia Soul with 4 dudes in it and no doors. You muted yourself, Mike.
There it is. There it is. Yeah, I'm trying to do like other stuff that's making noise. So look at him. Look at Trent go. Don't worry. I'm going to be disappearing here in a minute or two to grab a beer. So don't worry. Don't worry, folks. I will be back in a minute. I just got to.
I'm disappearing as well, too. So this might just be up to Trent here in a minute.
You know what? The perfect timing is the first story on the agenda because I'm the one who dove into it and did all the research and stuff.
There's 40 fucking bullet points. Holy
I know.
Shit.
You guys go do your thing while I talk about that.
Well, I'm waiting for a delivery driver, so that could take an hour.
All right. Real quick, let me jump back over to Facebook and say happy birthday to a few people here and there. There we go. Birthdays. Happy birthday to the one and only Cole Phillips, Jarrett Meyer, Devin Creasy, who is waiting to get a fender. So the car doesn't look terrible for a drift demo that he's got coming up. Darren Butler and the one and only sweet Jenny herself, Jenny Lou Nielsen, who will be a guest on this podcast at some point because she's lit. Listen, she's been around she's been involved with Cam for quite a while. And now that she's got her whole truck thing going on, I'd like to pick her brain a little bit more about that. So there we go. All right.
Sam is missing his cocaine.
Well, don't worry, Sam. We'll get. The night is young. The night is young. All righty, Trent.
Is this my cue?
Oh God, this is your cue, and man, I'm sad I have to miss the first little bit of this, but don't worry, I will be right back.
Excellent.
So, take it away, Trent.
You have me for 8 to 14 minutes.
Okay, well, I don't think it'll take me that long, but really interesting news. Okay, so we've all heard the story of Carlos Ghosn, right? So he allegedly embezzled a bunch of money. Okay, already, yes.
I want to recap. Can I recap?
Go for the recap.
He looks like a pompous douchebag who worked for Mitsubishi, Nissan, and Renault. He was arrested in Japan for lots of money embezzling, ran away in a road case to Turkey?
Turkey, yeah. He stopped. There's a brief layover in Turkey.
To Turkey, where he boarded another plane to
Lebanon.
Yep.
Where he is now. This story, was that good enough recap, or did you want to do more? I'm sorry if I just fucked that up for you.
It's all right.
No,
the funny thing is, I mean, you did all right. Don't worry, you did all right. But
B plus, baby, B minus.
Mike can say with authority that I text him and said, Zach better not screw this up because I actually put half an hour into this.
Yes, he was very adamant
researching this.
He was very adamant that
Zach better not interrupt this without reading a single thing.
So yeah, Zach, if you could not play defense again, there you go. Look at him.
Yes, allegedly that was all alleged.
Allegedly.
Yes. So that was the story. He apparently had been using company funds for personal things. Anyway, and underreporting his income. So the plot has thickened with this. There is now an email trail that suggests that Carlos Ghosn was not lying. He was indeed framed.
Which is, I don't think anybody expected that twist.
Nobody saw that. Nobody thought he was actually telling the truth, right?
No.
So his whistleblower, Hari Nada, wrote to a senior management official that so right after Carlos Ghosn said we need to intertwine more with Renault, this Hari Nada sent an email to a senior management official and said we need to neutralize his intentions to further intertwine Nissan and Renault. And then the day before he was arrested, I'm going to mess up the names, but Hiroto Saikawa, then the CEO of Nissan, sent an internal memo out saying they need to rid themselves of Renault. They said, let's cut ties with Renault. They're dragging us down. Well, Nada replied to that and said the only way they're going to get that to happen is to get rid of Ghosn. So Nissan immediately prepared a statement before his arrest to press their position on the matter. And, this whole time they're doing this internal investigation. They've kept Renault in the dark. And even after his arrest, they kept Renault in the dark for months after this to try and further their position. So Nada actually spent months flying to Ghosn's personal homes on Nissan's dime so they could further cement their claims and implicate him further. So, part of the claims were he was using his personal homes with company money and all that. Well, this whistleblower basically set it up so that that was the case. Not necessarily it was, was happening before.
God damn.
They went out there. They spent months trying to get all the evidence on this. So days before the arrest, they upgraded the charges against him because of those trips. And an email from Hari Nada said, it would leave Carlos Ghosn's reputation permanently damaged just by levying these claims. And Nissan and Renault, the whole point of doing this was to get Renault out of the picture or to further Nissan's position. And eventually they did renegotiate the deal. However, it was not as strong of a deal as they had hoped. They are still intertwined, but the relationship is in tatters. But the funny thing is, all these people that were in this story are either gone from Nissan now or have been demoted. Hari Nada, the whistleblower, is the only one that was protected because they were the whistleblower.
Yeah.
But they got demoted. And then the CEO's gone and the senior management official's gone. Like, there's actual evidence now that Carlos Ghosn was framed.
That's amazing.
And the timing for this is a little odd too with what we talked about 2 weeks ago, like Nissan, their entire cutback and stuff. Like,
yeah, we're
these things.
Nissan just in a world of hurt, and then all of a sudden, oh, by the way, this is fantastic timing. I love it. I'm here for this.
Again, is this still all allegedly?
Well, these emails actually did happen. So we do know that there was some form of trying to get him out. We don't know to necessarily the full extent, but we do know that Nissan definitely played a part in trying to get him charged and implicated and tried to hide all this. And they even said, it's to further their position with Renault.
Hey.
So it doesn't make them look good.
It's really not a good look. But man, that is, I'm loving where this story is going. It's making me so happy.
All this time we've wasted on, Carlos Ghosn, he's an idiot. And
he's a lunatic.
I can't believe he did that.
I asked a couple weeks ago, I'm like, what's going on with Carlos Ghosn? And it was just radio silence because we didn't know much about it.
Yeah.
And then all of this just dropped.
Just dropped into our lap like a delicious ham sandwich.
Yeah. But I still, Japan isn't one that's known for leniency in their court system. So I'm wondering if this new evidence will play any part in it, or if they'll still be like, no, he's guilty. Let's get him over here and we'll charge him. And, it's like 98% is their
conviction rate.
Conviction rate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
which is
fun legal system.
That is an insane number and not really one that, no amount of people are that guilty in everything. Like that's insane. So
yeah.
Well,
anyway, that was my whole story of what's going on with him, but very, very interesting stuff.
Well, there we go. Appreciate. I mean, that's a hell of a story. That's a hell of a lead off. Man,
it's hard-hitting journalism here at Cam Auto Mag.
Damn right. Well, in better news,
yes,
Trent is asking for an amen because guess what? The Cayenne GTS is getting a V8 again.
Hey,
yes.
Amen.
Yep.
That's an amen.
Yep.
Go ahead. I still lost after a first generation GTS with a manual transmission, red with a tan interior. I know it's Ferrari spec, but I still love it.
That's a hot look. That's a hot combination right there.
Yes. But last generation Porsche got rid of the V8, went to a V6 with the Cayenne GTS, but they have totally redeemed themselves.
Yes, it's a 4-liter turbo V8.
Yeah,
is what we got now.
It's same motor as the Cayenne Turbo, but they've detuned it because the turbo has to be better.
Yes, much like we'll never really see a true proper like Cayman a Cayman that should be better than an i11, but whatever.
Yeah. But so it is detuned. However, it does have 13 more horsepower than the last generation V6 turbo had.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah, so it's still 453 horsepower. No slouch.
Jeez.
Of course, no manual, even though I dream of those days again. And it is lowered. Yeah, it is lowered about 1.25 inches. Should be better handling than the turbo model. And the unique thing is it's now available on the Cayenne Coupe, which is a recent thing. So
that is new. When I saw that you said available in the coupe, I'm like, wait what? Exactly. Exactly. Like,
don't you know that all the SUV manufacturers have to coupify all the things?
Is that a Gran Coupe? So it's still
right.
4-door?
No, we can't get bogged down in this again.
No, Zach. It's not a BMW product.
Like we can't get bogged down in this again. We can't.
I want to photo of the coupe.
Well, you furiously Google that while we talk about the Tesla Semi and how bad Tesla wants this thing to actually come to the market.
Yeah, so not coincidental at all.
Nope, not one bit.
Nikola, which started here in Utah, now based out of Arizona, they launched their IPO. So they are officially listed on the stock market, and their stock price skyrocketed. Yes. Like last I checked, they were worth like $26 billion for somebody who's never officially made a vehicle yet.
That's just a bit of scratch. That's not too bad.
Yeah, but they have orders for years for their semi-trucks. And so as soon as the news switched to Nikola, Elon Musk, being the marketer they is, had to say, hey, look back over here. We're going to push the semi-truck, and we're going to make it happen now. Like,
let me jingle my keys. Come over here, Wall Street.
Yes. Which unsurprisingly made Tesla's stock rise up. But they said, yeah, I know, right? They said that they are going to have this delivered in 2021, that they're going all in. Basically, expect the build quality on your Model 3 to suffer more because they are working on a semi-truck.
Great.
But this truck was originally announced in 2017, said they'd release it in 2019, but it just got delayed after delay after delay after delay. But that is how you manipulate the stock market in a nutshell. Go Elon Musk.
Attaboy. That's, I mean, come on. That's how you do it. That's pro level stuff that he's pulling off.
Pretty much.
Yep.
And he didn't even have to say he was taking the company private.
Well,
or smoke weed on podcast.
Joe Rogan. Yeah.
Good for him.
That's our problem right there. Zach, you're just vaping. You need to step it up a little bit.
Give me a week
and views.
Sam, I need some cocaine.
Give me a week and Monday night could look a lot different in this basement.
Sam, come through.
Yeah, come
I'll
on,
be
Sam.
the sober moderator.
There it is.
I don't even want to know what I'd be like on cocaine. Like I don't even want to know.
I really don't. That's man.
I have no desire as either.
Yeah. No desire to try it or see Zach on it. I'm right there with you.
Yes, and yes.
Well, I don't know how do we transition from this, but whatever.
Yeah.
A place where they like cocaine, Europe.
That works, I guess.
Solid transition.
That's what I'm here for. Yep. So we us freedom-loving idiots, we have a new IS. Europe does not.
Wait, are we getting the better version of a car than anywhere else?
I wouldn't say better version, but we're getting getting the new IS. Europe is just not. They do have the CT200H, which we do not have anymore. But I don't think a lot of people miss that.
Yeah, it was interesting, but
they also have just move on. Just
yeah.
move on.
So Europe does have the CT200H, which they updated a couple of years ago when it left the US market. They updated it for Europe. And then they have the new ES sedan, which is a completely new platform.
Ooh.
So the IS is getting squeezed out because they updated the IS, and guess what? It's pretty much the same.
Yeah.
So because it's an old platform from 2014 is when they came out with this new IS. It wasn't designed to ever have hybrid or electric implications in it at all. So there's no way they can update it to meet European regulations.
So
yeah.
So it had to go the way of the evening newspaper and polio.
Yeah. But they did release the new IS. It looks very sharp, very nice, but it is the same platform. So all you people that were out there saying, oh, it's going to get the twin turbo V6, it's going to get the 5-liter V8. I've been consistent on this from the beginning. I said, nope, same motors, same everything. I know Lexus well enough. They're not that bold or daring. They're not going to do that.
We could hope. We could hope. We have so little going on right now, man. My God, let us have hope.
Yeah, they've pretty much gone backwards. It's the exact same platform. The interior is like 90% the same. They updated the screen to be touchscreen now, finally.
Sweet.
And then they changed the side vents from rectangle to round.
Give them all of the calipers.
That's about all the interior changes they've had. But same 2-liter turbo in rear-wheel drive only. That we don't get in the Utah market. Nobody's dumb enough to order one of those here because they're slow and rear-wheel drive.
How dare you? There are plenty of idiots in the state.
Yeah, and they go to California to buy theirs.
Very true.
Then there's the IS300, which is a 3.5-liter V6 detuned with all-wheel drive, making 260 horsepower. And then the same old IS350, 311 horsepower, saddled with the same old 6-speed automatic when you opt all-wheel drive. But if you opt to rear-wheel drive, you can get a limited slip differential. You can get an 8-speed auto.
Ooh.
You can get active suspension control. Like it's always been better to get the rear-wheel drive one. But the most interesting thing with this, the F Sport model is now only IS350. You cannot be a poser and get an IS300 with the F Sport package.
Yeah, take that, nerds.
Did we discuss pricing on this by chance?
Oh.
No pricing has been announced yet, but I anticipate slightly more than what it was before because that's what it always is.
It's always how it goes.
Yeah,
man.
Pull up the pictures. It's pretty good looking.
Yeah, it looks really good, but just some of these, some of the headers for this press release here. Fast, fun, ferocious, putting the F in F Sport.
Can I say I
That's
don't like
terrible. Yeah, you can.
Like the interior looks like it has been the same for
ever.
ever.
Did you not hear me say that?
No, I think he was gone when you were saying that.
I'm aware it's the same chassis and it's the
No,
same.
no,
main
no.
gear.
We
No,
talked
no,
about
no.
the interior.
Yeah, no,
But
Trent literally said it's like 90% the same interior, but I think you
The-
were gone when
The
he said
round
that.
vents. I said this. The round vents on the side used to be rectangular, and then it's now a touchscreen. And there's your difference.
It looks like an interior facelift of like.
It looks dated.
Yeah, like
Absolutely.
this looks like the interior of the LFA, because the LFA looks like all the other Lexus interiors.
Yeah, this is
It has a light bar in the back for all you 80s fans that love your friggin' pop-up headlights.
man.
I'm not a
with
fan.
reverse lights.
I'm not
Yeah.
a fan of the light bar thing either. Again,
It-
it's just
I'm-
I don't get it.
It reminds me of, I believe it was like the prior generation or the generation before that, the rear end of a Honda Odyssey. It just kind of has that look, like Marvin the Sad
Ooh.
Robot from
Yeah,
Hitchhiker's Guide.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Like
no
that's-
West Bueno.
yeah, not. I mean, every time I'm behind one of those Odysseys, all I hear is just Alan Rickman in my head. I talk to the ship's computer.
So depressed.
It hates me.
Those doors. I hate those doors.
All of those fun things. All right. Well, let us keep on going. Are you excited for an electric F-150?
I remember them toting about this like 3 years ago, like a Super Bowl commercial or something, where it was like, "We can be the next great thing for Ford."
Yeah, they do that, but well, don't worry, it's coming sometime in the next 2 years or 24 months.
Yep.
So
That's great.
there you go.
Yeah, so the funny thing is, I mean, it's the most popular vehicle ever made ever.
Bar none.
You know,
Yeah.
yeah. So will it actually be the seller that it should be, because it's going to be the last to the market? So
Yeah,
the Nicola's going to beat it, the Rivian's going to beat it, the Hummer EV that we haven't even seen yet is going to
Yep.
beat it.
we've just seen basically some dude getting wild in Illustrator.
Yeah.
Yeah. So to give a somewhat of a timeline, the electric transit van was announced as a 2022 model year. So, it's somewhere around that time frame. But yeah, it's
Damn. Well, there we go. That's good. Good on them. They're
basically
be
we're going
la-
to be waiting a while.
yeah, it's going to be the last horse across the line, and we're just going to wonder what happened. Anyway, and some other news. BMW has built its 5 millionth vehicle in the U.S. I'm not sure whether this is good or bad. Like, I mean, it's good that they're building them here, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm more on the positive side of indifferent with this one, but took them 26 years in total to get here, but 3 years to build that final million.
Yeah. So this is in Spartanburg, South Carolina, their plant there. But it is intriguing that they made 1 million cars in that plant in 3 years.
Yeah.
It'll be cool to see if they can accelerate that or not. But
Yeah.
I do know an engineer that works there, and he's been furloughed for the last little bit. So I'm sure that will affect the timeline a little bit.
Yeah, that will. But hey, man, at least the milestone car wasn't something just random or mundane. It was actually an X5M competition.
Yes,
In red.
In red, yes.
Yeah.
It's a sharp looking vehicle. So I used to be honestly quite a fan of the X6M when it was the first generation. And
We all
has
make
been-
mistakes.
No, I still like it. But second generation got worse. Third generation is just wow. What I feel bad forever associating with that. Like,
Man, like I am not a huge fan of like the X6M and the X5M. I appreciate that they exist and that they seem to bend the laws of physics to their will. But yeah, that's not the M product for me. So
I now that I said all that about the X6M,
yeah,
I'm on board with the X5M.
yeah. I'm like, if gun to my head, I have to pick between the two. Give me the X5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the competition has 617 horsepower. I
Be
mean,
back in 2 seconds.
Okay.
okay.
So
That's not
that's no
too bad.
slouch. That is no slouch at all.
I mean, I would only own it under warranty and then
Oh
it's
God,
gone,
yes,
but
man. That last 3 months of warranty, find some poor sucker.
that or lease it.
Exactly. Well, hey, so last week Sony did their big PS5 reveal event that they had put off a couple of times,
Yes.
and we saw a bunch of fun stuff. Hey, if you were looking for a new Grand Theft Auto game, guess what? You ain't getting it. They opened the event with Grand Theft Auto 5 Remastered. So that is the third consecutive console generation that this will be Rockstar's entry into. So no updates to the single player game. It's just ridiculous. But one of the other things that was announced in there was Gran Turismo 7, which is different than Gran Turismo Sport. GT Sport was kind of like a more fleshed out prologue sort of thing. It was really kind of online esports focused. It did have a little bit of a single player campaign, but it wasn't a full-fledged entry. So Gran Turismo 7 is the first full fat Gran Turismo game we've had in almost a decade.
Did we talk about the dot that looks like UMC?
Oh yeah, so in the trailer they kind of showed like a globe with some like dots on it, and they were looking at America. There was something right on like the Arizona-Mexico border. There was something that kind of looked like it was in Utah, and people were throwing it out. It could be UMC. I highly doubt it. There was one that looked like it was in Kansas, but that's probably Pikes Peak. So
that'd be cool though.
That it would be tight.
Pikes Peak, yeah, I'm in.
It's been a minute since Pikes Peak has been in a game. I can't remember what game it was in, but it was actually in a game, and it was a challenge to say the least.
Richard Burns' Rally.
It was in something a bit more modern, and I remember trying to take one of like the Euro trucks up that thing, like the Euro racing trucks.
That sounds like a bad idea. I love it.
Oh, it was a handful, and I just had to give up. But hey, speaking of somebody making an oopsie.
Yes.
Ford had an
quite the
Ooh, buddy.
So in 2011, they changed their transmission options. So previous to this, there's a different manual transmission for a V6 and a V8. Ford's like, you know what? Let's cost cut this baby. Let's stick one transmission behind both motors. If you get to row your own, you're getting the same transmission.
Oh no!
So that's a great idea. I love it when they do that.
No.
So, from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, whatever, NHTSA. There we go.
There we go. You got there.
That thing. So there were 364 unique complaints between 2011 and 2019 related to this transmission.
Good God.
That accounts for 82% of all the complaints to the NHTSA. Just this transmission. So
Jesus.
It will grind going into gears. It won't slot into gears. Like it will like fight you to try and get into gear. So
only on the larger displacement engine, or
no? Well, yes, it is. It is primarily on the larger displacement motor. So
I remember like hearing rumblings of people having problems with these because people kept referring to them as like the Chinese Getrags, and I'm just like, what the hell? What do you mean? And no, it's because they're literally built in Nanjing, China.
Yep.
Supposedly, which was a better deal than the Mexico plant or the Mexico Tremec plant was giving them. So yeah.
So
sorry, go on, Trent.
I was just gonna say that's not often that you hear that you want things to be built in Mexico.
Yeah, give me the Mexico. Yeah, that's insane, especially for a lot of people who own Mustangs. Say, give me the Mexican one. Yeah, that's
Wow.
that's a really you never hear that sort of thing. But
yeah.
Well, Ford's been on a bad streak with their new generation of transmission because their GST or GSG, whether they had
their twin clutch and like the Fiesta and the Focus, that was just
that blew up.
Yeah, they were just like, just get it out there, and the engineers were like, it doesn't work, and Ford was like, don't worry, it works enough. And yeah, some people may or may not have died because of it.
And that's why they're making transmissions in China now.
Yeah. So eventually it causes catastrophic failure in this transmission, and apparently Ford repeatedly tried to hide this issue.
You don't say.
Yeah, and then they updated the transmission in 2018. They had stouter synchros, twin disc clutch, dual mass flywheel. They upgrade parts, right? Guess what?
Nope.
Still an issue.
Still a problem. Oh man, like you can slap a lot of lipstick on the pig, but at the end of the day, it's still a pig.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, so there's a class action lawsuit, of course, now being filed because of this. They're seeking $5 million in damages, which honestly doesn't seem high enough for all the
that does not seem
transmission
high enough
Mustangs.
Yeah,
that's not going to get you a transmission replacement. So,
Lord, no.
Can we call it the Transgate?
Sure, fire it up.
You got way too much joy out of that, Zach.
Hey, man. He's just let him have it, man.
Take it. This is yours. I'm serving it to you on my hands. You are the owner of Transgate. I am distancing myself from it.
You've earned it, bud. Hey, you earned that Popeyes.
It's really good. You went the wrong place first, but it's fine.
Well, I mean, I would have gladly gone to Popeyes if there was a Popeyes out at the airport. But
no, I'm saying my driver went to the wrong place.
Oh, damn. Well,
I had that happen too. Did you use DoorDash?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I ordered DoorDash today for dinner, but I ordered from Doghouse, which is down in Sandy, across from the mall. Fantastic food, but they're not DoorDash ready. Like the food was all soggy when it got there, and it was like they put it in bags that don't hold things. Like the grease soaked through the bag, so it wasn't like all together. And
no bueno.
No,
man.
But DoorDash driver went past my house 3 times. So.
Hey, no, at least he was kind of close. You know.
For me, is they always go down the street. The one by Hillcrest, the one with the light, yeah. And
at least they're trying.
And we'll look it down there and be like, "This is not the right place." Yeah,
they just can't figure it out sometimes. Yeah, mine is they always go down like the other neighborhood with the dead end at the bottom. So that's always fun. Anyway, we are still waiting on Sally to join us. Our guest, Sally McNulty. She will be here in a little bit. She had to run home from work and change, and then do all that stuff. I'm assuming pet the corgis, because you gotta. So we're gonna take this time.
If she had to change to come on this podcast, then she's putting way too much effort into it.
Yeah, I mean,
Zach and I are both eating right now. I mean,
I'm pretty sure I slept in this shirt.
Oh, dude, it's like, I mean, listen, this is a fairly low rent operation, not in we are obscenely cheap, but I mean, I'm not going to deny anything in this basement, but also like we're easy going. But I think she just wanted to get out of her work garb and into something a bit more comfy. So, anyway, while we do that, we've got some racing news to talk about. Oh shit, speak of the devil. Well, we'll get to some racing news a little bit later, folks. But joining us now, we have professional corgi lover, race car driver, Crocs enthusiast,
connecting to audio,
the one and only Snell Performance Sally herself. Hi, Sally.
Is it just audio, or do you see me and you can't see me?
We can't see you, but don't worry.
You might need to click the add video in the bottom corner.
Don't worry. Technical issues are a common thing on this podcast. We're lovers,
Nice.
not experts. We're just trying.
That's all I know. I don't know how to internet. Okay.
I mean, your internet better than the rest of us. So
Yeah, I don't know how. I think it's all smoke and mirrors, man.
exactly.
It's all a big. It's not true.
It's all it's a vast and grand conspiracy.
Yes. It's
There it
exactly
is.
what it is. You can hear Carl in the background. He's mad.
Hi, Carl. Aw, I wish I could see Carl. I like Carl.
Do you want me to try
Lucy.
this again? Do you want me to try this again?
Yeah,
So,
try it again.
in
We
the-
got-
I've never zoomed in my life, so I'm new to Zoom.
Oh, all right. Well, I mean,
So-
I'm not gonna lie. I downloaded this app about 10 minutes ago.
hey, it's all right. I mean,
Are
if
you
all
on
else,
your phone or on a laptop?
if
Desktop?
maybe hop in your sim rig, kick Marcus off, and just come to us live from the sim rig.
I don't know how to do that.
Damn, what? Kick Marcus off? You just tell him to get out.
Oh no, he's moving a trailer right now.
Oh, all right. I was about to say, like, no, you know how to kick somebody out. It's not
Well,
hard.
he technically bought the new rig, so I can't. Really pick him up.
I mean, you could ask nicely. There you go.
Let me try this again.
All right, you
I think
try.
I hit the wrong button.
Okay,
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
she'll be back, but that gives us some time to talk about some racing news really quick. Let's see. NASCAR decided to ban the Confederate flag, and a lot of people lost their shit. But a lot of other people, specifically people in the sport, people who cover the sport, people who work around the sport, say, "Hey, man, like it. I'm glad we finally did this." So that's good.
Like, so I was reading some things about, things that have been around longer than the Confederacy flag, like, the Confederacy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's ridiculous that it's actually stuck around this long. Like,
Yeah. And anybody who says like, "Oh, it's my heritage. It's not about slavery." No, it was the Confederacy was literally about slavery. Look up, I believe it was the Cornerstone Address given by the Vice President of the Confederacy, and there is a great line talking about how certain people will never be the equal of other people. So, no,
That's great. That's
yeah,
lovely.
no, the Confederacy was 1,000% about slavery. So stop giving me "it's my heritage." Your heritage was about owning people. Stop.
and you know that there are going to be people who are going to be defiant and going to raise the flag at the
Look.
next race.
Well,
And
good for them. All right.
NASCAR said they will take issue with that, which is, good for
Good
them.
on 'em.
They're
Good.
finally
on-
stepping into the 21st century.
Thank
My-
God.
My favorite meme about it was the photo of the guy waving the white flag. It says we should ban the other flag they waved as well too.
Damn. All right, let's try it again. See what we got. Connecting to audio. See if we've got professional corgi lover, croc enthusiast, race car driver, all around good egg, Sally. Or if not, I got to run through some more racing news. Because don't worry, I've got like 3 more stories I can blast through real quick. And one that actually kind of ties into a bit of her backstory. Yeah. Anyway, while we wait, real quick, 3 more F1 Grand Prix have been canceled. Azerbaijan, Streets of Baku, we will not be seeing Singapore and Japan. They have all been canceled. Baku and Singapore were canceled because they're street circuits and it takes a long time to actually construct a street circuit. So those are gone. Japan still has some serious travel restrictions. So there's that, but it's not all bad news. Imola renewed its FIA Grade 1 license. So we can be racing at Imola.
I don't think it's gonna let me see my face. I see you though,
Oh, yay.
but I don't know why. It's like dumb.
Damn
There
it.
should be a button on the screen that says "Turn on video."
So what do I do? What?
Uh,
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on.
oh,
Start video.
there, maybe.
Okay.
Hey, hey,
Hey!
hey. Sally's here.
I made it.
And I'm not the only one drinking.
Is there
Yay.
like it looks all fuzzy.
I mean, it's all right. There are far worse things for it to be looking like.
Let me wipe it off here.
There you go.
Oh,
Hey!
Perfect. Shop towel for the
Huzzah.
win.
Huzzah.
Huzzah.
this
Welcome.
is my really messy garage. If you must see.
Yeah, I mean, there's that big piece of mess right there to your left. So
Yep, it's a really big mess.
it's all right.
It's
At
really
least
not that bad. Yeah,
I mean,
okay.
at least it stopped shedding important internal engine components.
That is very true. I was gonna have a meltdown if it kept doing that.
Oh,
But- I figured it out. So
good. I'm glad. I'm glad you're living the SR success story life and not the typical SR life.
well, I knew that it wasn't really anything I was doing because it wasn't bouncing off limiter at 30 miles an hour.
That's
Or just
very
turning
true.
the key. Just turning the key and the rocker arm would just like I'm like,
Just-
oh sick.
Just a lot of nah, fam. This ain't it, Chief.
Nope. It was like, peace out. I'm out.
There we go.
But
All right, gotta
it's
do
good.
something.
We got it fixed now. So no
Good.
more we'll wait for tomorrow. Or
There you
actually,
go. Hey, yeah, I was about to say, like, you got your was it first actual event with the car on Wednesday?
yes.
Nice.
I can stop doing donuts in parking lots.
Nice. So I mean,
Yeah.
well, we never stop doing donuts in parking lots. Come on, like, let's be honest.
Let's say I'll do less.
There it is. That's the key. I mean, come on. Trent remembers the infamous snow shoot with the Viper, doing him drifting around a snow-filled parking lot in the Viper.
Yes.
It sounds like
good
a great
times.
time.
Oh, it was fantastic.
It was a
No
brilliant time.
top on the car, snow coming down, didn't matter.
Nope. And that is still a very
Sounds like
beautiful
a great time.
Yeah. All right, let me do this. And
The chat is wondering what car is in the background.
oh, yes. So Sally, let's do a little quick intro for all of the youth that is Zach's friends and also Sam. So yeah,
Hey,
so who are you and why are you here? And what is that to your left?
I'm just some random chick that they picked off the internet. I don't really know. I mean,
Wow. Okay. Damn.
How much
I'm
did
just
Mike
kidding.
pay you for this?
Yeah,
this
Mike,
this
I'm
could
wondering
get
a
into
lot
some
now.
legal implications here.
God damn.
There's some questions now. we haven't answered.
Wow. So
You
disrespectful.
see what happened is they just hit hashtag car girl and I popped up and they contacted me. I'm just kidding.
Well, our reach is that big, Mike? I'm impressed now.
Exactly.
Sorry,
I could
that's
just
how I-
randomly grab people off the internet now. That's where we're at,
Sorry, I'm
baby.
just trying to keep it funny here.
Don't worry. We'll just wait until Zach tries to make a point and his mouth gets ahead of his brain. It's
Ooh.
It will kill any funny that is in the room.
and then
Thanks.
somehow it'll take it from here to here, but then back up to here.
Yeah, he gets there. He
Yeah.
gets back there.
I'm just
Gets
being
back
roasted. I'm just getting roasted right now. It's fine.
Okay. Anyway, my name is Sally McNulty, and I live in Phoenix, Arizona, and I drive multiple cars. I have a 2018 Honda Performance Development Civic Si turnkey race car that I drive in road racing. I do a lot of stuff with, well, last year I drove in TC America, and this year I'm driving in the Grid Life Touring Cup. I also have a 2017 STI that I drive in Time Attack, and it makes 560 all-wheel horsepower, and it's pretty quick.
Just a little
And
bit.
then behind me is this rattle trap. This is my 95 240 SX that I bought, and it was kind of a mess. Actually, it was a real mess. And I think I've had it for about 4 or 5 months now. I don't know, I think. And it's come a long way. It's come a long way, and it's a different color, and it runs.
It has pink wheels.
And it has pink wheels
Mhm.
somewhere.
There it is. And you trolled everybody super hard with the color reveal. That was, I'm glad
You
you,
know
did.
what? It was so good because people were like, I didn't even realize I did this. And then this guy was like, you know what? You're like the ultimate, like, revealing because you've been showing us the color this whole entire time. nobody figured it out. And I was like, wow, I didn't figure that out.
I was gonna shoot you a message, and I'm just gonna be like, I hope it's gray. Like, I just want it to be gray. And then you revealed it, and I'm like,
Honestly, in all honesty, I didn't pick this color because I do like this color. I like this color a lot, but my STI is this color. And I already had Nardo grade wrap at home. And I was like, I don't want to spend $600 and mess up like all the wrap because I've never wrapped a car before. Oof. So I went on a limb trying to wrap a car myself. And actually, it turned out great.
Yeah.
Like, so really good that I actually wrapped my Civic too.
Yep. The Civic is looking definitely choice. Awesome. Love it.
Much the red is.
Yes. The red and the black chrome. That's just oof. I mean, I totally didn't try. I have a red Civic Type R and Forza 7. I totally didn't try to do the exact same thing. Totally didn't try to recreate your car. totally didn't fail also at it either. That's, you know.
He was hoping it would bring his driving skill up, but no, it didn't do that either.
Don't worry. I still play Forza like I did Gran Turismo back in the day. Everybody else is just a guide to get you around the corner. Just bounce off the inside.
Hey, it's still like that in iRacing.
Brake late and use the other car to slow you down.
Dude, there are always, I can't tell you how many Miata races I've done on iRacing. And you're like, okay, I've got a good distance here. I'm good. I'm going to go into the corner. And there's some guy who's like, it takes out like 4 cars. And you're like, what was that? Like, how did you come from the grass on the straight?
Where did you come from?
Where did you go?
Like, a 93 Camry? Did you come from the parking lot? What's going on?
Exactly right. 100%. And there's Granny in the driver's seat.
Perfect. Well, is that Carl still wanting to get on camera in the background that I hear barking?
Yeah. Carl, he is. Hold on.
Okay.
Let me see if he's gonna be good enough.
Okay.
Lucy is always good. Carl is far from good.
The thing I wanted to have happen is happening.
Carl, come here.
We're getting dogs. We're having dogs as guests.
Oh, you have to stay one at a time.
Please.
It's Carl, the corgi with a tail. Hi, Carl. Hey, buddy.
He's a big boy.
He is a big boy. Aw.
Oh, Carl.
Yep. Oh, we just love you, Carl.
All right. Lucy says it's her turn.
Okay. Let's.
Come on,
This is
Come
the
on,
greatest
Lucy.
thing that I could have planned.
Lucy, come here. Come here, Lucy. Lucy says, I'm such a sweet little girl.
Aw, hi, Lucy. Hi.
Lucy is the unknown corgi. She is actually a cardigan Welsh. Carl is a Pembroke.
Oh.
So she has much larger ears.
Yeah.
And she also has a tail. But they're supposed to have a tail.
Yeah. Their tails usually get docked. Isn't that usually what happens?
Lucy is very derpy.
Aw. But we love her anyway.
Lucy,
I did not realize.
Lucy, can you give me a high five?
Lucy was such a popular name.
Your dog is named Lucy also?
Yes, my dog is named Lucy.
I knew that.
I did not, because I'm a terrible friend.
I'm pretty sure he mentioned he posted on Facebook recently.
I also don't pay much attention, so.
No, Carl.
Well, I'm better friends who's paying.
I don't. It's how I've achieved all the success in my life, just not paying attention and just blindly wandering through it.
Success.
So Sally, I definitely pulled a Whitnick today. I've heard about you, Sally. I know Mike's talked a lot about you, and so I did the old look up on Instagram, who's Sally McNulty, and I of course saw the corgis, and I was going to ask about them, but you already took care of that. So.
Hey.
Yeah.
That is the Carl the corgi, and
Yes.
Lucy the doggo.
AKA the corgi loafs.
Yes.
Yep.
Lucy is actually like a papered like corgi, and we named her like when we bought her, it was like part of the agreement that we had to like get her papered because I don't know, the breeder, whatever. And they're like, you have to make up a name, and it had to be like four words long. And so the first part of it has to be the surname of like the father dog. And
This is
so
the
there's
most
3
British thing
other
ever.
words that we couldn't come up with, and we just decided to call her Lucy the Doggo. That's literally
Perfect.
her name.
That's oh my man,
Wow.
this is already going in so many directions I didn't anticipate it, but I'm here for this. Like, I'm here for this trip down dog naming conventions.
Yes.
Oh my
I'm
God.
sure whenever the breeder saw the name, she was just like,
Just damn it.
kids.
Just looks at the other corgis, just like, I could just have a fun life with just these. I don't need to sell them to people. We could just live a life. But man,
Yeah, we didn't have anything crazy like that, but we did have to sign a paper that if we ever bred our dog, we would owe the breeder $30,000 for like
Good.
each puppy. It's ridiculous.
What?
So, needless to say, she'll be fixed.
Yeah.
God.
That's like more than my car.
That-
All of them.
Wait, hold on. What's the legal aspect of owning the breeding rights to an animal? That doesn't
I
seem...
have no idea. Some
I mean,
contract
it's-
we had to sign though.
It's because it's a purebred animal, and that's
It's not even like a pure breed
oh yeah,
dog, but it's not
pandas.
papered or anything. It's none of that crazy stuff. But
These aren't pandas. Like,
no, no,
They're
these animals
dogs.
are. Oh man,
That's just wild.
that is insane. Like, good lord.
what is the legality of owning a panda?
you don't, because you're not China.
Yeah, you're
Okay.
not China. You're not actually a shadowy billionaire. If
Well,
you
no,
were,
because-
you would be doing something better than this on one day.
Not yet.
So-
Okay.
Yet.
All pandas
go.
are owned by China because their only captive or where they live is China. They do not live anywhere else except China.
Huh.
And so, by definition, all pandas are Chinese. And so the ones that are like you see in your local zoo and stuff,
Oh, yeah.
China has gifted and loaned to that zoo as
Yeah, it's a
Ambassador
thing, sort of thing. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
like
Panda?
zoos.
it's
Yeah.
an ambassador
So-
panda.
So, all right, we're totally off the rails
Zach,
right now.
Hold on. One
Oh.
more thing on this. Zach, I think if I were actually a shadowy billionaire, I could pull off getting a panda.
No,
I'm
you
just saying.
can't. You
Bro,
literally can't.
I
You
think-
can't.
I'm sure I could.
They are all owned.
China is
by,
very corrupt, all right?
Yeah,
but
You
that's-
flash a couple of dollars, you have a panda.
Exactly.
Exactly.
the pandas are owned by there's a state-ran corporation that's only devised for
Exactly. Corporation.
state-owned. State-owned.
Rest my case. All right.
Well, don't worry, man.
So we're here to talk about Sally, right?
I mean,
pandas,
either that, or I
sorry.
could
And the
I could tell you
legality
how
of
zoos and aquariums get their animals, but I mean, let's talk to Sally about stuff that
Out of
that
the
aren't
back of a
animals.
truck.
I mean, I like bamboo.
No, like legitimately, like zoos and aquariums, they literally will just trade stuff. They'll just be like, I'll give you like 2 bobcats and a Komodo dragon for I don't know, the tiger.
Go
Yeah,
fish.
Hey, like
That's literally how it
trades?
works.
like my entire childhood growing up, like I loved Major League Baseball because of trades. Like I love fabricating all these trade
Oh my
ideas and
God.
things like that. Sounds like I'm in the wrong business. I need to
Yeah,
get.
you
me a
really
current
are. You need to
business.
stay. Yeah, you need to climb the ranks at the zoo, man.
I
You
will
need to
trade
be the
you a
panda
second round
businessman.
draft pick and a lemur for your elephant.
Mike, do you have any redfish?
No, unfortunately, I do not have any redfish.
You'd say go fish.
I
mean,
got the setup, Zach. I was not going to give you the give it.
I was
I tried.
I was really thinking you were gonna try to hit me with like 1 fish, 2 fish, red fish, blue fish, but that's
I was trying to go the go fish joke here, and it did not land. Riley looks so confused right now.
We suddenly lose Sally because she's just like.
I'll
"This is
admit, I
weird."
was thinking Swedish fish, and that sounds good.
nailed it. All right. Speaking of red things, the Civic. So you did a year actual like proper like TCA racing in that bad boy. How did you go from, because I remember you back when it was just like blue Subaru running around up here, back when NASA Utah was young and fresh and exciting, back before it got, well, it's still young and fresh and exciting, and everybody should come out this weekend. We got an event going on. I'm pretty sure you can still register. I'm going to be out there. Media's allowed back at the track, so.
Hey, taking
anyway.
photos. I remember you sending me photos of me in that blue car.
Oh, yes.
I still have that blue car.
Good. I'm glad to hear. That was going to be one of my later questions. So I'm glad to hear it's still kicking around. So
it doesn't really run anymore, but I have it.
Well, listen, I mean, a lot of cars from back in the day don't really run, but we still have them.
It's true.
They're still floating around. Anyway,
I've got a couple
around.
I know for a fact the OG like Raceco GTR is sitting in a shipping container somewhere, and it is still owned by Cole and everybody at Life. So it's still around. It ain't going nowhere, but it's still around.
Still around.
Exactly. So anyway, back to how did you go from from like Time Attack, just kicking ass there, being all on the podium pretty much all the damn time. How did you say, okay, I'm like, I don't want to race the clock anymore. I want to race some dude in like a GT86 and a Miata. Like, how did you go from like what was the thought process, and how did you actually get in with the HPD program?
It was none of my thought process.
Nice. All right.
So I was at an event for Grid Life, and I was at Gingerman Raceway, and I didn't even have a car. Like, I borrowed Grid Life's Honda Fit, and I was out there turning some laps, and they have a thing called Spec Fit, where it's a bunch of people in Honda Fits, and we're all racing against each other. It's not really like position-based racing, but we're all so slow that we kind of huddle together and see who can put down the fastest lap time by, catching a draft. So I was having such a blast out there, and I was also driving with my friend Luke, and he had an STI, and I got called over the loudspeaker, Sally, come to the timing and scoring booth. And I'm like, crap, what the heck did I do? I'm driving a Honda Fit. I can't get into that much trouble. So I show up, and Adam Jabay is the guy who is part of Grid Life. He's like, you need to go upstairs. And I was like, what the heck? I'm like, okay. He's like, I have somebody I want you to talk to. And I was like, okay. Maybe I'm not in trouble. And I met this lady named Renee, and she said, so would you be interested in driving a Honda Civic? And I was like, sure, I'll drive anything with wheels. I don't care. I can't be picky.
Yeah.
She's like, well, Tom O'Gorman is not driving in TCA next year. Would you be interested in driving the Civic? And I was like, sure, but I don't have a competition license. I've never even done a wheel-to-wheel race. She's like, so go get yours. And I was like, oh, okay. So I took down her information, and I decided I'm going to go get my competition license. And I had a phone call. She goes, I'm going to give your information to Honda. And I was like, okay. I was like, it's really cool. I don't really know if anything's going to come of this, but I'm like, okay, cool. They're probably going to be like, she doesn't have a competition license. I would want to talk to her. She just, she drives a Subaru. Bleh.
Yeah.
So I got hooked up with Skip Barber. I got a competition license. I went through their 5-day school. And I told Honda, they weren't really talking to me, kind of, until I told them that I got a competition license. And then all of a sudden, we want to have a meeting with you. And I was like, oh, so that's what I needed, I guess. And they're like, we want to give you a car. Well, not really give me. We're going to let you borrow a car. And you're going to have to come up. It's not free. Not free at all. You get to borrowing the car is free. But you are going to have to pay for the season in TC America. And I was like, oh, gosh. But they're like, I think we can help you out by talking to them and maybe get you a discount or a deal on some stuff. But it's still going to cost you some money. I was like, okay. They're like, and this was right before Super Lap Battle in 2018. And they're like, we're going to come out to Super Lap Battle and we're going to meet you person, like face to face. So I've talked to these people several times on the phone, but I had no idea what they looked like. And then they show up. Them, Honda and World Challenge both showed up to Super Lap Battle at Buttonwillow Raceway. We're like, we're here to see Sally. And I'm over here like, ah! And like, I'm getting in the Subaru and I've got these dudes with Honda shirts on standing next to me. And I'm over here like, I'm sorry, I'm driving this car right now. Like, you want me to put an H on the front of it? But they're cool. They don't care about the Subaru. They're like, that's fine. Yeah. So I got all my competition license. I got everything done. And they're like, okay, cool. Your first event, TC America, is going to be on February. I don't remember the day. And you'll get the cart at COTA. I'm like, sick. I've never been to COTA and I've never driven a Honda. I'm like, this is going to go well. And I've never done a wheel-to-wheel race. This is going to go sick.
Sweet, just throw me in the deep end.
So, a lot of people were like confused. Why did they pick you? Because you don't have any wheel-to-wheel experience. They figured that they want to pick somebody who is good at it and all this stuff. And they literally told me, they said, so we're doing this test. We want to take somebody who's never been in wheel-to-wheel racing, who's never driven a Honda, who's never done any of this, and we want to throw you into a situation and see what happens. And I was like, okay. They want to see, they're like, we want you to go the whole season, and at the end of the season, we want to see if you've progressed from like where you started at the first race and how you're finishing like at the last race. Like, how is the Honda easy to drive? Are you able to like pass cars? How are things going? Things like that. They just wanted to see, like, because they sell these cars. They sell these turnkey race cars and they want people to buy them. Yeah. And if it's hard to drive the car, it's a hard sell. But so with my first race, I struggled because I didn't want to die.
Always a good plan. Always.
Well, we're talking about people who sign up for TC America have tons of time under their belt.
Oh,
I mean, they have. I got passed by a 14-year-old kid.
Yeah, I know somebody who did TC America in a Miata. So like
Jenny Gannett.
Yeah, Jenny. Yeah. So
I raced with her.
Yeah, like that was kind of a fun moment for me. Just like, hey, people I know doing something.
So, my first event, I just told myself, don't crash, don't take last. And I finished like third to last. I was like, sweet, deal. Yes. But, so like my first race, I'm getting the Civic, and of course everybody in TC America are like, it's not like, oh, be nice to someone else. Make sure and like check out and make sure everybody's got plenty of space and don't rub. No, it's like 6 cars wide, all into corner one, all at the same time.
Oh, I've seen a TC America race up close and in person. Yeah, no, I'm surprised they aren't sending you out in bumper cars.
So, first race in, we got 2 TCR cars like spinning in corner 1, and in corner 2, there's a Miata in the wall. I'm like, oh my gosh.
God, real quick timeout, Trent. You remember when we went to COTA for supercars, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember? I think I was the only one paying attention, but
probably.
Yeah, what became a touring car B spec? It was just, like your low horsepower, whatever. So like a Fiat 500 and a Fit,
Miata,
whatever.
What were the like Mazda 2s?
Yeah, like stuff like that.
Yep.
And I remember coming down the hill, somebody in a Fiat 500 managed to roll the damn thing and was upside down. I don't
remember that.
I remember seeing a replay of it, and I'm just like, well, if we just got out of the IHOP earlier, we could have seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, it was us and a whole bunch of our favorite Australian folk. Anyway, I just needed to get that out there. So Good. Continue, Sally. Your first experience in
That was
bumper
Mike
cars?
pulling a Zach, by the way.
So
Don't worry.
that was like my first race or my first weekend, because there's 2 races a weekend. And I realized by the end of the race, like the weekend, what I needed to do. So I immediately went and bought a sim rig. I was like, okay, I got to figure this out, and I got to figure this out fast because I'm spending a lot of money to do this. Thankful to Borla, they helped me a lot. But I mean, like, I need to do good for them because, like, I sucked. But I was like, I don't know what I'm doing either. So I got a sim rig. I started learning things. I started talking to a bunch of people. I started to watch a lot of videos. Like, what is a good idea on, like, you know, wheel-to-wheel racing? My second race was at VIR. Went much better. I think I finished like 10th and 7th, which was loads better because there's like 20 cars.
Yeah,
so I was like, oh, sick. Okay, I'm getting this. I'm understanding it. And by the events went on. I went to like Sonoma, and I went to all these other places, and I finally ended up in Watkins Glen, where I finished 5th. That was my best finish of the year.
Hell
was
yes.
5th. And I was so pumped on that. And I got the Hard Charger Award, the most cars passed in a race.
That
was
like the award. That's the award to get.
Yeah, because you get the check and you get your picture with the check. And I was like, it says like you don't actually get any money, but I was like, yeah, this is so cool. I mean, I was really, really, really pumped on that.
As you should.
And then I realized, like, I need to keep doing this stuff. This is way fun. Like, it really taught me to be a better driver, the Honda did. Now I'm like way faster in the Subaru.
Hell yeah. Nice.
But now I told them, so they're like, so what do you want to do? They hit me up last year in like October, and they're like, what are your 2020 plans? And I was like, well, I can't afford another like season in TCA. You're going to have to give me like another like year. I got to like scrounge some money together. Maybe I can do that, but I can't do that again. They're like, well, what do you want to do? I'm like, well, I don't want to give you the car back. I'll tell you that. Like, I want to keep driving the Civic. And they're like, well, what do you want to do with it? I'm like, can I just keep it and do whatever I want with it? Like, can I go to Grid Life? Can I do like some NASA races? Can I do VTech Club? Can I do a bunch of stuff in like SoCal? And they're like, sure. Yeah, you want to do that? I'm like, yeah, absolutely. Like, let me do a bunch of stuff with the car, and like, I'll post about it, and I can just do whatever and make this car, like, make people want to see it. Because I never had the car at home whenever it stayed in another shop with some other, like, the race team that I was racing with. So I had to see it like once a month. I'm like, I'm not really like doing it justice. And they're like, okay, if you want to do that, that's fine. I'm like, sweet. So it's been with me for like the last, I think since like last October or September. And it's changed a bunch, and I've done a lot of stuff, and they're like super pumped. They're like, this is great. You wrapped the car and you did this yourself. And I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, I tow it to the events myself, and they think that's just the coolest thing. I'm like,
yeah, that's awesome. Like, it really looks like Honda's trying to pull a play out of Mazda's playbook, because they were like, oh, everybody should have a Miata and everybody should like drive it or trailer it. And there's a lot of like Mazda literature. And I'm glad that, one, Honda's doing it, and two, I'm glad that it's you they chose to spread the good word of Honda racing fun to the people.
Thank you. I mean, literally, that car is like a blast. The most fun. It doesn't make a lot of horsepower. I mean, it makes maybe 200. But let me tell you, is like, there is no, like, in the Subaru, there's points where it's like, I'm on the gas sometimes because the car's so fast. It has so much power that I can't be like flat everywhere, and you have to like modulate here, or like breathe on the throttle, or like slightly brake, or you have to like be like finesse. But with the Civic, it's like
just hammer down,
you're flat. And it's so funny because I had a crew chief last year. His name was Clint. Clint was the coolest dude, and Clint would always tell me, he's like, I don't ever want to see your feet not doing something. He's like, you're either on the gas or you're on the brake. And if you're not on the brake, back on the gas. And I'm like, yes. Sir.
Okie dokie. Can do.
And it was funny. He would like come around the radio, and I'd hit start finish. He's like, "All right, do it for me. Just do it for me." I'm all like, "Do it for Clint."
This one's for you, buddy. Oh, that is amazing.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. I learned so much about like just racing in general. Like it was such a good experience. I definitely want to do it next year. I want to do it again because you're always better the second year around. Because like you have everything like figured out now. And I feel like if I went back next year, I feel like it'd be good. It'd be real good.
That would be. I mean, I think I can speak for the other folks on this podcast. We would love to see you getting back out there in that thing, just and doing it more for Clint.
Doing it more for Clint.
Just doing it for Clint.
I'm pretty sure Mark was reviewing my crew Jeep now, but
oh well, yeah. I mean, listen. I mean, everything we do for that Dreamboat Marcus, but also you need just to have the little like,
yeah,
doing it for
I
Clint
probably even
sticker.
text him. I did this for you, man.
There you go.
But
Speak of the Dreamboat with the majestic hair, which seriously, if I ever meet Marcus, I have many questions about the hair because yeah. Anyway, he says similar to Spec Pinata when he was talking about your yeah. So there we go. Nailed it. But,
I can't see it. Is it like somebody commenting?
oh yeah, so we have so this is up on YouTube actually right now on our YouTube channel. So yeah, we have a live chat going on. So yeah, people are out there. Sam, me, Chris Miller, who's actually going to be doing his first event in TT6. He's got some sticky tires that he's throwing on his.
TT6. Man, they really like.
Yeah, they got
like
rid of.
When I did NASA, there was 1, 2, and 3. That was it.
Yep, they've.
That really says how old I am.
Oh, I remember when TT4 was just like, but what about me? I've put all this time into a TTD car. What do you want me to do with it? So, hey, Marcus! Hey! Well, everything I wanted to have happen has happened. So, but, yeah, no, NASA's been trying to like simplify everything, so it's no more like TT alphabet or ST alphabet soup. It's just like
alphabet soup.
Oh, God, I remember like looking at some of the rule book, and it's just like a TTE car. It's just like, but if I wanted a confusing rule book, I would just do autocross. But now it's just real simple, like.
But you want to race on a track, though.
Yeah, I don't want to murder all of the cones. I just maybe want to hit one or two. But, yeah, no, NASA's just doing this super simple thing where it's just like, okay, bring the car, dyno it, fill out the sheet. Exactly. So, and fun fact, a lot of TT3 records are never going to be broken because they've effectively gotten the Corvette out of TT3. And a lot of people were, you remember Travis Tidball and his blue Corvette?
Yes. I remember one event that like he beat me like a splinter of a second, and I was so pissed.
Yep, he has a bunch of TT3 records out at UMC, and they're never going to be broken because of like nobody's really coming close to that. Anybody?
So nobody is building their car to the rule set, is what you're saying.
It's people are, but like they've adjusted it a little bit. So basically, like the Corvette was basically like a cheat code for like TT3.
Sure, that makes sense.
Yeah, so they're
like
just like,
Time Attack and other tracks, like the TD was like the fastest tire, and there's so many records set out there in limited class with a TD tire, but they got rid of TDs. So,
hey, so now yeah, it's just like they got rid of the cheat code. So now what are we gonna do? So, man, well,
yep,
yes, you hate to see it, but we just gotta keep moving forward. Just got to keep doing that. And speaking of moving forward, so on your Instagram, you and Annika Carter, a lot of this. Yeah. Like, tell me, like, how did you meet her? How did you decide that you were going to come up with an amazing team name, a 2-person team? Like, how? Just tell the story.
There is not a lot of girls who compete in Grid Life Touring Cup. There's a few that like do like one race here, one race there, but we're trying to do a majority of them. And And I think it's cool because not a lot of girls like do touring cup stuff or like, you know, do wheel-to-wheel racing. It's honest, a bunch of dudes. So she announced that she was going to be doing that, and she was going to go into a lot of the events. And I was like, hey, do you want to like team up? Because I think it would be cool. And she's like, absolutely. I think that's neat. And so I'm like, we should come up with a team. And I'm like, and she's like, what kind of name? And I was like, I don't know. And it took us like 2 days. And I came up with the team as if, and I was like, because I was like team, and then I was like trying to think of something with our names, and I was like AS, and I was like as if, and I was like, that's kind of lame. And I'm like, honestly, like, does anybody even know what Clueless is anymore? Like, so I was like, but I don't know.
Some of us do. Some of us are still, we got it.
So, and I was like, I don't know what you think about this, but what about team as if? And she's like, I love it. And I was like, team, and then AS capitalized, and then if. And I was like, even when you be like team as if you're like, as if you're going to pass us. Like, so we just kind of like blew up, and we like kept doing it, like posting about it, and people like loved it. And then we had a guy from Idle Hands who makes like liveries and stuff. And we have some new stickers coming out, and it's like the Mean Girls and how they're sitting at the lunch table, and it has like the blackout censor mode, and it says like team as if.
Those are great. Like I will trade you one of our 10th anniversary stickers for a team as if sticker.
So, but yeah, Annika's great. She's just like me. She has like a day job, and she works really hard. And you know, she's a full-time general manager at a restaurant, so that's not like an easy job. And I have a full-time job as a service advisor, so I'm working like, she works like 50 hours a week. I work like 55 hours a week, so we're both working tons of hours, but we're working hard because we love racing, and we're trying to do anything we can, and we're trying to build up our social media base, and we just kind of have the same wavelength. You know what I mean? It's like so we just kind of joined up, and dude, we're gonna be like, we've even decided that now, like, we were just gonna do like racing stuff together, but I'm going to Import Alliance. She's gonna come with me. We're gonna do stickers there. She's gonna come to Road Atlanta, even though she's not competing in Global Time Attack. She's gonna come out with me with the STI, and I'm just really excited. Like, we're just gonna go do a bunch of stuff. It may not, like, we might just go and do something and go to a car show, but we're gonna go do something together, and like, come meet us. We're gonna be there. So it's really kind of exciting. I really like it. It's super fun. So. Nice.
Yeah, I'm here for this burgeoning buddy cop thing that you two have got going on. Like, I love it, especially when you had to stand atop all of like those weights just so you could.
I think it's like great, and she like her. It's so funny because like I am like goofy, and she likes goofy stuff too. And I'm like, yay! I don't have to worry about sounding dumb. I'm like, sorry, should we? I kind of want to make this video. And she's like, let's do it. And I'm like, yes, okay, cool, awesome.
Hell yes. All right. Well, we're kind of coming to the end of it. So Sally, take this a little bit of time to let everybody know where to find you on the social medias, how they can support you, anybody you want to shout out, if you want to drag a dog or a Marcus or anybody into the garage again, either or. Come say hi again.
Like a 4-second delay, so he'll be out in like 4 seconds.
Yeah, it's all right. 4 seconds is pretty good for the YouTube, so that's not too bad.
So just shout out to all the sponsors and my supporters who's helped me get me this far. Some Performance, Boral Exhaust, Acuity Instruments, Ignite Racing Fuel. A lot of the people who have helped me to get me this far, I'm super thankful. Like, I'm nobody like special. I'm just a regular chick, but I like cars, and I'm always working hard to do something, whatever. But you can find me on Instagram, which is pretty much like my main gig is Instagram. I try to put stuff on Facebook, but not really, because I feel like I got too many family members out there and they get all weird. But you can find me on Instagram at Snail Performance Sally, and you can find Marcos at Snail Performance Marcos.
Perfect.
Oh,
hey, Marcus, what's up? Oh, hi, Lucy. Adorable.
She's very scared.
Oh, it's okay, Pop. We're we're not all weirdos, just most of us. Just I think Trent's the normal one. So well, you know me and Zach, Trent. You know exactly who we are and what we do. You've known me long enough to know.
All my cars have Simpsons license plates. So that's not normal.
It's okay.
Yes, I mean it could be.
But you
it
can
could be
find
worse.
Marcos. It's Snail Performance Marcos on the internet. He is like the fastest guy in street class. And
Yes,
he
he
hasn't
is.
driven in 2 years. So, hey,
No.
still the
he is.
fastest guy.
Yeah, just he will emerge to
The
reclaim.
hair.
He will emerge to defend the crown with that. God damn that hair. Yeah, he will emerge to defend the crown when he needs to.
Well, yeah, we're like a week into this cut too, so it'll be fresh for when we go to Atlanta.
Dude, during COVID and he couldn't get his hair cut, I've never seen his hair so long.
Yeah, man, 4 months without a haircut's really tough.
Oof. Yeah, no, I know exactly how you feel. I was looking like a man coming out of the woods. So
Hey, at least you can grow facial hair. I can't. So
it's a blessing and a curse. So all right. Well, anything else either of you two want to blast out into the internet?
no, just we appreciate everybody's support. You know, even from back when we started, back in the small days to where Sally's grown to now. It's been a fun journey. It hasn't been easy. There's a lot of stuff behind the scenes that people don't always see, but we try to make the most of it and have fun doing it. So I think this is maybe the tip of the iceberg, and it's only going to get better as time progresses. But we're just going to keep giving it our best effort, keep working hard, and see where it takes us.
And if you want to watch us race, we're going to be at Road Atlanta in 2 weeks for Global Time Attack. They'll have a live stream.
Yes.
So look for the gray car with the pink flames. That's me.
Sweet.
I just made sure I was following your Instagram.
Yeah, I don't
click that follow button.
Yeah, I don't post much anymore.
If
but,
there it is, it's done.
I've been kind of keeping everything under wraps. It'll be, I'll show some more stuff someday, but for now, it's just teaser pics of Voltex and Motec to hold people over.
Listen, you got me coming back, so that's yeah, man. All right, well, Sally, Marcus, Puppies, S14, thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. Glad we could finally get you on, and
Sorry about the last couple of days. We were trying to get everything to Atlanta, and that was just a mess.
Oh no, it's all right. No, I know logistical nightmares like that. So you're good. You're good. So yeah. All right. So guys, thank you for joining us. And,
Nice to
you.
meet you guys.
Good to see you again.
always a
Likewise,
pleasure.
Mr.
Yes.
We'll
Yeah,
cross paths one of these days.
Yeah. One of these days I will actually just get down there just to pet the doggos and give high
There you
fives
go.
and all that stuff. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Perfect.
So, all right, guys.
Cool.
See ya.
Sounds good.
Bye.
Thanks, guys.
Bye. Thank you
Bye.
for joining us. And yeah, we're just going to go ahead and just wrap this podcast up here a bit early because I got stuff I got to do because my life is kind of falling apart. So yeah, we're just going to leave shenanigans and the news stuff, which I mean, whatever. The rest of the stuff was not too terribly interesting. Reverse Goods could come back next year, and Chip Ganassi signed their first female driver, Sarah Price, who also did Hoonigans Wanted with Sally. So fun fact there. Anyway, so thank you everybody for joining us on episode 269 of the CAMcast. We were so glad everybody came out. Glad we didn't have any sort of nightmares. Thank you everybody in the chat. Sam, Chris, other Sam, everybody. We do it for you folks. We give Zach the link to give to you because we like hearing you guys. We like seeing you guys out there and interacting with you.
That's what I do.
So yeah. So Zach, thank you
And
for
Zach,
bringing the you.
We
appreciate
appreciate you.
Yeah, we really do.
I needed to hear that. That just warms the soul.
Yeah.
It was like unison, which was even better.
your two dads saying that they appreciate you.
You
Thanks,
keep
Zach.
going chasing your dreams, son.
Go get them, Tiger. We're right there in your corner. Yeah, anyway, Sally gave you her socials, but just one more time, it is at Snail Performance Sally on Instagram. Marcus is at Snail Performance Marcus, and you can follow Snail Performance, the shop down in Arizona. They are at Snail Performance. So go ahead and give them a follow if you like seeing Subaru stuff and teaser pics of things, and occasionally an LS430 because that's a dope ass car, and I really wish I bought the one I looked at. Anyway, We are at CamAutomag on the lot of them. Now that Racing is back, I've been hopping on the Twitter every now and again to say some things, talk about Gran Turismo 7 coming out. So, at CamAutomag, go to your social media of choice, social.media/netscape.@CamAutomag, and there we are. We'll pop up. Yes, Zach.
Can I plug my Instagram?
Oh, yeah, do that. Go ahead.
I've been wanting to do that for a while now. I have another Instagram, which is only for my film photography. It's Zach Lords, my name, 35mm. And it's where I post film stuff. And if you ever want photos of your car taken in film, I know somebody. His name's Mike. He's really good at it.
Hey, there we go. I'll only charge you a mostly obscene amount, not totally obscene.
At this point, just buy me lunch because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Yeah, just keep it to buy me lunch for just a little bit. You gotta know your worth, bud.
Yeah,
Gotta know your worth.
I'm talking to you, Sam. I want to take photos of me on it really badly.
There we go. Yeah, we'll make a day of it.
If you want photos taken with an iPhone hanging out the window of my car while my kids are entertained in the back with Daniel Tiger or something, then I'm your guy, and I probably can't make it work because of the scheduling conflicts. So
because there's kids in the back of your car. Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
It's all right. Trent, the one thing you do need to make some time for is remember that photo shoot we did with Quinn all those years ago?
Yes.
The white STI is back again, so we're gonna
make time for that
at the same spot too. So we're gonna make it happen. Anyway,
even close to my home, I'll take it.
Yep. Trent, while we're here promoting our own stuff, why don't you tell people about the hat that you're wearing?
You're wearing
what that's
a hat?
all about.
I am.
Yeah. It says hustle.
Yes, it does say hustle. So there's another one back there too.
Oh, look at that.
Yes. It is a thing I've been working on for seemingly forever. But I finally have a focus product, a powdered drink mix geared towards entrepreneurs that is in production finally.
Yay.
For like the fourth time. But this time it passed the pilot production for the first time ever. So here's to hoping. Also do a podcast called Hustle the Day where I interview entrepreneurs, and everything is hustle energy is where you can find me on the socials /Netscape.
There it is. Yep. And then me and occasionally Zach, we do another sort of podcast thing, Nerding for Beginners.
Wait, I'm not part of that.
You were a part of it. Like you're still shockingly you're still. Yeah, you're there for a little bit. We still reference you, So, but nerdingforbeginners.com, Nerding for Beginners, wherever you get your podcast. It is me, Brandon Kuhn, longtime friend of the program, and Glenn Hecht. We talk about nerdy stuff. We have a D&D Dungeons & Dragons campaign that we're playing through. Zach was there. He almost got stabbed. His character almost got stabbed in the dick because he tried to hustle somebody. Didn't work out. Don't worry, he did not get stabbed in the dick. Dave, you remember Dave. We all know and love Dave. He and his girlfriend Brandy are also a part of it. So, every Wednesday, well, most Wednesdays, we do have a podcast coming out. So, check it out. It's a good time. So there we go for that. And then check out our podcast, the CAMcast, every Wednesday. Apple Podcast, Spotify, Google Play. Like, rate, review, subscribe, share with your friends, buy the bootleg tapes. Do what you got to do. Keep this train a-rolling. And by keep this train a-rolling and do what you got to do, I mean head over to patreon.com/CamAutomag. Support us. Any dollar amount per month is greatly appreciated. Seriously, even if you can only give us $1, times are tough. Greatly appreciate it. But $5 gets you into the super secret Shenanigans Facebook group, gets you bonus content, gets you the podcast a day early, and occasionally I will just randomly send you something. So there we go. Cam Auto Swag, the shirt that Trent's wearing, the shirt that I'm wearing, the hat, the flip-flops that I am wearing, the shorts. I'm probably not going to stand up and show them to you again, but hey.
Come on, do it.
Okay, I'll do it. CamAutoswag.com is where you go to get them. Check them out.
Oh.
Oh! Exactly. Yeah, we've got all that stuff, and then a couple other fun little items, including some shirts with former panelists on them. So, Cam, Auto
Myself
Swag.
included.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, younger, more youthful me and Trent are on some shirts. So,
Sans beard, I think. Right? It may have just been the little.
it was just a
Little
little bit.
scruff.
It was just a little bit, and like me, fully clean shaven, but with longer hair. Anyway, support our longtime sponsor, Steady Broke Clothing, steady.broke on all the social media, steadybroke.com. Use coupon code CAMAUTO15 at checkout. Let them know that we sent you, and it'll save you 50% on your entire order. Just because you're broke doesn't mean you can't live your dreams. And every Tuesday, we have something going on Twitch. This Tuesday, we're playing Rocket League. Twitch.tv/CamAutoMike is where you go to check it out. 7 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time, 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, West Coast Time, I think whatever it is on the East Coast, 9 on the East Coast. So there you go. That's everything. Unless anybody else has anything else to throw out there, like we can just go ahead and say goodbye. No, nothing from Zach.
Goodbye.
Nothing from Trent. All right. So for episode 269 of the CAMcast, I have been Mike.
I've been Zach.
I've been Trent.
There we go. All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.